There's a lot of buzz right now about what's allegedly going on behind the scenes at Diddy's famous freak-off parties. You've probably heard the whispers by now. Rumors have been floating around for years, but lately things have been heating up again. What makes this particularly juicy are the rumors that big names like Mike Tyson and 50 Cent are allegedly adding their voices to the conversation, making it impossible to ignore. To start, let's break down exactly what's been alleged. Mike Tyson, the legendary heavyweight boxing champion, has allegedly been speaking out about what he's seen at Diddy's infamous parties. These aren't your average celebrity shindigs. No, from what Tyson has apparently described, these freak-off parties are on a whole other level. The term freak-off has been used for years to describe Diddy's events, and it paints a picture of wild, anything-goes type of gatherings. But Tyson's alleged comments go even deeper. According to unverified theories floating on the internet, Tyson allegedly witnessed Diddy engaging in behavior that most people wouldn't expect. And by behavior, I mean, well, let's just say it involves men in ways you probably wouldn't think. Now keep in mind, Mike Tyson isn't exactly the type to mince words. He's known for being straightforward, even when it comes to the most controversial topics. So when he is rumored to have hinted at having seen something, people tend to listen. Word around certain circles is that Tyson allegedly shared stories about attending one of Diddy's infamous parties, where he supposedly saw Diddy in some very compromising situations. It wasn't just the kind of party where people are drinking, dancing, and having a good time. According to these alleged stories, things got much wilder. Tyson has allegedly implied that Diddy was involved in activities with other men, things that went far beyond the boundaries of what you'd expect at a high-profile event like this.
50 Cent explains why he doesn't go to Diddy's parties. Ninjas hug you from the front and the back at the same time. F you talking about? This ain't my kind of party. So 50 Cent reveals why he doesn't go to Diddy's parties. I know he busy as F, but a 50 podcast would go stupid. Y'all notice Diddy been quiet ever since Keefy D got picked up. 50 the realest ninja. He never gave a F about them ninjas. 50 Cent, Denzel Washington, and Samuel L. Jackson, not with none of that ish. He really dissing Lil Baby for that sandwich hug at Michael Rubin's all-white party. If you know, you know. 50 probably the only real ninja left in the industry. I ain't never seen a ninja aggressively more GAY than Diddy. He like an LGBTQ pit bull. My boy literally doesn't care what comes out his mouth. 50 said, the F you wanna take me shopping for? I would for sure go see a 50 stand-up. Tap in with your boy.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
He says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about?
Instant is going off.
When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like, he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of take me. That's what a guy says to a girl. He said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why are you and 50?
Hey, yo.
Why y'all not?
Hey, yo, I don't have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fifth. He loves me. He loves me.
Do y'all really
can't
have
see
a
it?
beef?
I mean, y'all can't see it.
No, we can't see
Y'all
it,
can't see
man.
that he loves me?
But see,
you really, hold on, you really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time. You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
Okay.
Of course, Tyson didn't come right out and spell it all out. He's been rumored to have done that, but right now there is no official confirmation. But when someone with a reputation like Tyson's allegedly makes these kinds of suggestions, it doesn't take much for people to start filling in the blanks. Then there's 50 Cent, who's been throwing shade at Diddy for years now. 50 is another larger-than-life figure who doesn't shy away from controversy. If anything, he seems to thrive on it. Whether it's beefing with other rappers or calling out people in the entertainment industry, 50 Cent has built a reputation for speaking his mind. And when it comes to Diddy, 50 allegedly has some strong opinions. Over the years, he's apparently made several not-so-subtle comments about Diddy's personal life, specifically about these infamous parties. One of the key moments that really got people talking was when 50 posted a video where he seemed to reference Diddy's freak-off parties. In the video, 50 laughed and shook his head as he talked about some of the wild things he'd heard or maybe even seen at these events. While he didn't name Diddy outright, the context made it pretty clear who he was referring to. And it wasn't just the laughter that caught people's attention, it was what he said next. 50 implied that these parties weren't just wild in the usual celebrity party way. They involved some very unexpected behavior between men. 50 Cent didn't stop there, though. He's dropped hints on social media and in interviews, suggesting that there's a lot more to Diddy's parties than most people know. So, what exactly are these freak-off parties? According to the rumors, these are exclusive, invite-only events where the elite of the elite gather to let loose. Celebrities, athletes, models, and high-powered executives are regulars at these parties. And once you're inside, anything goes. But what really makes these parties stand out are the alleged rules that guests have to follow. Word has it that attendees are required to leave their phones at the door, ensuring that nothing gets recorded or posted online. This level of secrecy has only fueled the rumors further, as people speculate about what could possibly be happening inside that requires such tight security. The rumor mill suggests that these parties aren't just about having a good time. They're allegedly about indulging in fantasies and desires that people might not be comfortable with in public. The whispers claim that the parties allegedly involve all kinds of sexual activity, including behavior between men that some of the high-profile attendees would never want the public to know about. And that's where Diddy allegedly comes into the picture. According to the rumors, he's not just the host, he's allegedly an active participant, engaging in activities that most people would find surprising. Now let's be clear, Diddy has never publicly addressed these rumors, and everything being said here is just that, rumors.
I thought Keefy D was telling the truth. You know, I felt that he had nothing to lie about. You know, he's the big player. He has nothing to lie about.
Oh, so you met Tyson before the shooting incident?
Yeah.
What about after?
I ain't seen him since. I see. How you gonna lie? I seen him at the mall. He was with Jerome Williams, his bodyguard from Long Beach. And I know Jerome. I know he gonna say it loud. Keep me there. And he was about 15 dudes. I think just go the other way. You know what I'm saying?
After Pac got killed, Puffy gave Zip $1 million that was supposed to be handed over, and Zip ended up keeping it. That was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to Puffy. By Zip stealing the money, now Puffy isn't connected to that shit. Or else it would have been like a murder for hire or something, you know what I'm saying?
The FBI said
so the FBI told you the
he
same
was
thing.
a dirty motherfucker.
Back in the day, I used to work for the Harlem Madam. The Harlem Madam was this young lady who would go to clubs, and girls who was looking to make extra money for being escorts, she would hire them to do work for them. You know what I mean? So this one particular time, I had actually, when KG from Naughty by Nature, his brother had came home from college, and y'all know what college I'm talking about. I took a few girls to his party. You understand? So the same woman that I worked for, she had to take, two girls had to go to Mike Tyson on 57th Street. Mike Tyson had a condominium down, I think it was 57th Street. And I took the two girls down there. This was a long time. This was in the 90s. Early part, the mid 90s or something like that, when Mike Tyson was the man. So I wanted I wanted them to, you know, I had this Tyson shirt in my truck and I wanted them to sign it, but I was like, yo, that shit would be professional or nothing like that. But I was a fan of Mike Tyson. I had a situation in a club before when he was trying to talk to a girl named April, and April was my friend and I was with her. So then, you know, I knew of Mike Tyson, but this is way before Zip had got involved with him. So I'm sitting there and I take the two girls down there. So they go upstairs and everything. I wanted so bad to tell them, yo, give me his autograph, give me Tyson's autograph. You understand? Because like I told you, this one Tyson was the man, you know, everybody, you know, yo, he represented New York to the fullest. So they go upstairs. So it was about 15, 20 minutes later, the one girl came back downstairs. And I said, what happened? She was like, nothing. I said, yo, I thought he wanted two girls. I said, I knew he couldn't handle two girls, but why he wanted two girls? He had other people up there. She said, no, it was just him. And I was like, yeah? I said, what happened? She said, he gave each one of us $1,500. And he said, yo, Gene, he just tore into that girl like crazy, like an animal. I was like, yeah? He said, yo. And I know this is a family program, and I know some children may be watching. He said, I wasn't gonna let him do my pussy like he was doing. So I told him I wasn't feeling good, and I gave him his money back, and I was leaving. He said, nah, just keep $1,000 and thank you.
Is the guy that, he's the guy that was doing the investigation on Tupac
Yeah,
and Biggie.
I remember this.
Okay, so
they had a little television show about this.
Yes, you're right, absolutely. And he was known as the multi-law enforcement task force that investigated the murders of rap stars Tupac and Biggie. That's the Wikipedia story about him, right? So I said, so who was really behind this? So in the video, when I interview him, you know how somebody's trying to arrest him? Like if you've seen the movie American Gangster and they got these pictures. Is this the guy at the top? Is this the guy? So I have 50 different pictures with magnets, and he's putting these things up on. If you go to the video, you'll see how I set it up with Great Kidding by David. And I said, who is really the guy behind it? He says, well, we first thought it was this, then we first thought it was that, and we first thought it was this. And everything's going, then at the end, the conclusion after multiple conversations with him and different people, it came down to Biggie. And to me, there's so many right there. If you can just zoom in, that's the way we had it. So we're kind of going back and forth to see who was behind the guys that killed Biggie, Tupac, Easy. I'm a hip hop guy. I grew up to all this stuff with NWA. This is my, like, you know, Straight Outta Compton was a movie I watched God knows how many times because I listened to all of that stuff. I'm an LA kid. So why is it that so many people in music and Hollywood fear this guy, Diddy, as if he's untouchable, and even the...
Well, Sugar Diddy.
Diddy, not Diddy, not Suge.
You said Biggie, but you meant.
I'm sorry, I meant to say Diddy, not Biggie.
Well,
Diddy.
if you punch in on the picture here, you see Diddy, you see Suge Knight, and then a lot of their cohorts down there, but Tupac and Biggie at the top, as you were, Pat.
Yeah. So what is it? I mean, everybody's in there. So what is it with Diddy that so many? T.I. called him out. 50 Cent said one time on Charlemagne God's podcast, you know, Breakfast Club. He says one time Diddy said, hey, let me go buy you some clothes. Let me take you shopping. He's like, well, you want to take me shopping? What are you talking about? So T.I. called him out. 50 called him out. But some people are afraid. What do you know about? Because some people are talking about there's Diddy involvement with Jamie and something happened because he was calling him out for some of the parties he was putting up. Is there anything you have opinions on Diddy? Have you had any experiences with Diddy?
No, just I knew him for a long time.
Got it. And with you, he was chill. He was good. He was
awesome guy.
Yeah.
I knew him before he was Diddy. And I knew him for a long time. When I first became champ, I knew him. I remember him. He used to have crates when he used to have my after parties and stuff. Also when they were throwing parties. I remember
This
him.
is when he was the CEO, founder of Bad Boy.
No, I don't think he was Bad Boy yet. No, he
Really?
wasn't him. Damon Dash and all those guys. They weren't on yet. I was like the first street guy that really got on. You know, I'm talking about a guy doing crime in the streets that became a television guy, and everyone knew he was a celebrity, had fancy cars. I was the first.
This is all in Brooklyn.
I'm the first of our generation of that crew. You know, the street hustlers that really blew up like that.
And you guys all knew each other.
Yeah,
it's the same era.
Listen, this young lady that worked for my company, and she started saying names to people I remember when I was 11, 12 years old. And it baffles me that you think you got away from these people. You'll never see them again. You knew them when you were at the worst of your level or heard about them. And you're not the only one God had his hand on. These guys made them successful too. And you have to know them and see them at this level of the game. It's just mind-boggling. I mean, it's really, you're almost like proud in a way when you see them. You know what they experienced in life. And now they became respectable citizens.
I guess it's how you're in a class of 82 or class of 90, whatever. You're all coming up. You're kind of seeing who made it from your class. I guess that's how to see it when you're coming up from the streets.
Yeah.
At the same era. Who else were the guys that during that time that made it big out of all of you?
Listen, there were some rappers that people didn't know about that made it real big, and not just from rapping, but from writing. And it's just, listen, I come from Brownsville, Brooklyn, very competitive. You know, normally either you succeed, probably 60% of the people don't have their high school diploma. It might be more, but it's just a school, it's just a neighborhood for people that normally fail. It's just a failing. If you don't have sports, you're not a lawyer or whatever, you're not gonna make it, you're not gonna do well. You know, it's very competitive, very dog eat dog. People who are your friends at one time, next thing you know, they turned on you. Come over to the house, I need to do something for me, man. Or they go over your house and they kill you and rob your house for your drugs and stuff. These are people you was in a sandbox with. When the drug game,
Michael Francis is nodding over here because he knows this.
When the drug game started in the early 80s, you know, when that started, the people that you were robbing with, your friends with and everything, next thing you know, you got different gangs and you shoot. All these gangs, we all grew up together. All the people in his gang, all the people in the gang over here, some of them are related, and now they're killing each other. We were all friends, we grew up together, we used to rob and steal together, go to shopping together with the robbing money, smoke our weed, drinking together when we were kids. And next thing you know, I went over to my house after I'm doing good in this boxing stuff. I wasn't champion, but almost. I was making money. So somebody gets shot, I go to the hospital to see him, and then somebody else got killed. So I go to the funeral to see him, but the guy that went to the hospital is the guy that killed my friend I'm going to the funeral for. I'm sure you understand. I met my friend, I'm crying that my friend is in this hospital, he's shot. And next thing you know, I'm going to my friend's funeral, but he shot my friend. It's crazy, right?
But the reason these stories keep coming up is because of the high-profile people who are allegedly involved in the conversation. When you have names like Mike Tyson and 50 Cent apparently hinting at having seen something firsthand, it's hard not to take notice. And that's what's keeping these rumors alive. But let's get one thing clear before we dive in. All of this is unverified. No one has officially confirmed what's being said, but when these kinds of rumors start circulating and involve such high-profile celebrities, you can't help but wonder what's really going on behind those closed doors. What's interesting about these rumors is that they aren't just coming from random internet gossip. These are stories allegedly being shared by people who have been in the entertainment industry for years, ex-bodyguard of Diddy, and people who have seen things most of us couldn't even imagine. Some of the most shocking allegations involve Diddy himself. According to the rumors, Diddy has allegedly been seen engaging in behavior with other men that would surprise most people. These stories have allegedly been circulating for years, but they've gained new traction recently because of comments made by 50 Cent. Whether or not there's any truth to these allegations, the fact that such high-profile figures are allegedly involved in the conversation has only added credibility to the rumors in the eyes of many. There's also been talk that these parties are a way for powerful people to let loose without fear of judgment or consequences. The elite of the entertainment world gather at these events to engage in whatever activities they please, knowing that what happens at the party stays at the party. And for Diddy as the host, these parties are a way to maintain his influence in the industry.